Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are live with Keep Calm and Carry, episode 39. This edition, we are going to be talking to a number of different people, to include the Mil-Spec guy, my goodness, hey, let's go ahead and mute my video. There we go. This is starting off with a bang because I don't have all of my guests as of yet, and I have all these different technical difficulties. So let's just say it's a drinking night, and we're going to go ahead and down the hatch. So there we go. Andrew Lovelace already jumping in with, I don't know how to make it a whole number. I don't either, but I will take the $4.99. Thank you so much, sir. I sure do appreciate everything that you do. As I said, this is Keep Calm and Carry, episode 39. We will be talking with the ThePewPewJew, Mil-Spec Mike, and eventually Tyler from Tundra Tactical when he decides to get off work, because who needs to work anyway? So let's go ahead and jump into the chat room real quick to say hi to everybody. We have Alana jumping in first this time. Thank you so much. I sure do appreciate everything that you and Mike do with your podcast. I'm waiting for episode 13 to come. Please, please, please make sure that comes out here pretty quickly. I'm desperate. I know you guys do it about once a month, but anyway, we got the Mil-Spec guy, Mark Spivey. Sir, I think I have your name spelled or pronounced correctly. Thank you for jumping in. I know you're a Tundra fan, and I love seeing you in the chat room of mine. We got this 180-second ideas guy. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. He's been putting out some videos here lately. If you guys haven't seen already, swing on by, check out his videos that he's put up. Always funny. And then he's doing stuff with Pew Tactical as well. It cracks me up every single time. So we've also got Andrew Lovelace, as we've already mentioned, and Operator Tony. Good to see you, sir. Where else do we got? That's just about it. So what we wanted to do is to jump in and chat with these guys, because they've got a special project that they're pulling together. And I wanted to kind of allow them to talk not only about the project that they're working on, kind of talk about the ins and outs of how this project kind of got pulled together and what kind of things that they've had to do to get it kind of into a fruition, into an actual event, but also wanted to allow you guys to know that this is even happening. So in case you guys are interested in supporting it, you can. I've got a link down to the Kickstarter in the comment section below. If this is something that you're interested in, swing on by, check it out, read all about it. And it's actually pretty cool what they're doing if you're donating for the cause. So jumping in, Izzy, Taco Tuesday long. Oh my goodness, it is Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Izzy is donating $5.56. I would really like to know how you got the 56 in there, because I can only do 99 cents, just like Andrew Lovelace. He says, here's some ammo for the range now that the weather is getting warmer. We'll see you at the TGC panel. Yes, sir. I cannot wait. My dad is coming with me. It's going to be a blast. Thank you so much for the $5.56. I think I can buy a box of 7.62 by 39 with that. Right? So also big news for the channel is two things happened today. Number one is we have a suppressor in the mail on the way to the channel that I'll be testing out this weekend on a number of different 9mm to include pistol caliber pistols and actual handguns. So that'll be interesting. And then on top of that, I have joined the NFA crowd, and I have bought my very first tax stamp along with my very first suppressor. So I am super excited. Hopefully I'll get some conjugal visits with it when I go visit my FFL on a regular basis. You guys know that Flying Monkey Gunworks is my FFL here in the state of Kansas. So he's a big supporter of the channel, and I sure do appreciate it. So without further ado, let's jump into the chat and let's introduce our fine friends. Since he jumped on first, I'm going to introduce him first. It is the Mil-Spec guy. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks for having me, Mark.
Oh, that's great. Are you in Alaska with everything going on back there? What's going on with your background?
Oh, this is just the basement of the house. I like to tell people it's something really cool, like my bunker and my secret private land. the missile silo right next door to Nut and Fancy. Just an unfinished room in the basement that I claimed as my cool guy room.
Right on. Tell me about some of the rifles you got right behind you.
So not all of them are that exciting. We've got the Mosin Nagant 9130 back there. Nothing special about that one. I wish there was something cool, like it was a hex, or I pried it from the dead hands of a frozen soldier, but nothing there. I've got the Wasser 1063, which if you hop on Gunbroker now, those things are going for over $1,000. Don't buy it for $1,000, folks. Do not, please. We got the 300 Blackout AR because I wanted to put on my trench coat and be edgy and different than everyone else. And then the Pride and Joy. So this was the latest one we put together. The Tundra tactical build. I don't know if you guys can pick that up on the camera, but so AR pistol, 10.5-inch barrel Noveske device, Surefire, even though apparently we're not allowed to have Surefire anymore after the controversy.
Yes, they hate freedom.
Yeah. The Holosun, and then this is a different shoe, but this is the same trigger that you just reviewed the other day.
Oh, Airborne Arms Geronimo with a different shoe?
Yep, that's exactly correct.
Hey, right on. Cool.
Yeah, this is the favorite one of the group right now, though.
Right on.
It's still new and has that novelty to it.
Yeah. So, and I just have to jump in real quick because Ryan, he jumped in there and said, "Oh, hi, Mark. I didn't hit her. How you doing, Ryan? All right. So thanks, Mil-Spec guy. We also got Yehuda jumping in there. How are you doing down in the lovely Big Star State?
Oh, living the life.
Yeah. You keeping those Beto fans in line?
Oh man, God, you see them everywhere, and every time I see one, they're the worst drivers in Texas. It's so annoying seeing that sticker everywhere.
Yeah, I can imagine. We've had our fair share of that type of candidate around the Free State as well. So yeah, totally get it. Totally get it. So what's going on in your world? What's new with the ThePewPewJew?
What's new? So besides the shirts, all my shirts that I come out with, let's call it on a daily basis almost. My wife's school that she teaches at decided that you needed a substitute. So they asked me to substitute for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade girls doing Bible studies. So although I haven't been ordained a rabbi, you can call me Rabbi Reamer now. But no, I've been subbing a lot and just designing shirts. And besides the book we're going to talk about tonight, you know, I know on our little Bagel Dynamics chat, you know, I've been dropping images of my other new book that should be out in about 2 months. So I've been just diving into two books and just trying to, you know, release the next book before the Mil-Spec guy and I's book. So just you know, working hard.
Yeah, working hard. I guess the term is stay humble, hustle hard, I think is what I always hear. So yeah, absolutely. So jumping back into the chat real quick, I've got a couple of other people jumping in. Just want to say hey to Pops. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. The bro is at a concert tonight, so he's going to go see. He went to go see the Cougar. Who can tell me who the Cougar is? You guys you'll get something. I don't know what I'm going to give you. Scott P79 says, "What's up, y'all?" I've already said hi to Ryan. Brandon Beautiful Locks Herrera is jumped in. I recovered from Kalash Bash fight. I'm coming for you next, Mark. Well, you know what? You better bring a lunch because it's going to take you probably 90 seconds. All right. So And Drop It Like It's Scott's in there. Hey, what's going on, man? If you guys haven't checked out Drop It Like It's Scott's channel, swing on by and see him. Hey, Black Diamond Guns and Gear says Mellencamp. You are correct, sir. And for that, I will promote your channels. That's what you get. So Black Diamond Guns and Gear, swing by, check those guys out. Their newest video that they put out was pretty freaking funny. I love their humor. Cougar Mellencamp, John Pasco, Currahy, sir, thank you for jumping in as well. So let's get right back into what we're talking about. The book that you guys are trying to pull together. Oh, just so you know, Tyler, he is running late. He will be in here in about 20 minutes, I think. He's you know, like I said, he's got some work that he's got to finish up, and then he'll be in. But with that being said, let's talk about the collaboration that the three of you guys are working on. Tell us the name of the book and how did it come about? Where did this idea come from? Yehuda, you can take it off, and then Mil-Spec guy, if you want to jump in as well, by all means. So Yehuda, where did this idea come from?
Well, I was going to let Eric start because we all know he's the talkative one of the bunch, but no. For the book is titled, although I'm thinking, Eric, we need to talk about the title. Right now it's called 104 Explosive Gun Jokes.
Didn't it start at 102?
It started at 103. But no, I was thinking, Eric, and tell me what you think of this. I think we should just call it 100 and something explosive gun jokes.
Ooh, be vague and mysterious. I like it.
Or just being what, like, we keep changing the number every other day. No. So it's a joke book that I've had, you know, on my mind for years now, and I have little kids, and they have all these books, you know, 101 sports jokes, 101 monster jokes. It's these books that we had when we were growing up, and I was like, oh, you know what? I love guns. I work in the firearms industry. I've written 4 books now. Why not make a joke book? But the problem was, I'm not really that funny, and I needed someone who was funny. So when we were all hanging out at SHOT Show, causing havoc in the Mirage, and Eric and I met, I was like, wow, here's someone who is the most boring sounding guy on the face of the planet, but holy crap, he's actually funny. And you know, that's how Eric and I, you know, we met, and then I approached him. I'm like, hey man, look, you got a sense of humor, I got a sense of humor. Let's do this. This is my idea. You know, let's write it together and split the profits. You know, get you exposure. We brought Tyler into the fold to help his company. You know, he's been helping us raise the money, so it's going to be, you know, Tundra Tactical presents 100 and whatever explosive gun jokes, and that's really the short of it. I mean, that's really how it came to be.
Right on. What else do you got to jump in there? Can you get, or at least can you give us I don't want to say a joke out of it, but can you give us some hints on the direction of these jokes that you're going in, Mil-Spec guy?
Yeah, well, so if you're not familiar, I think people around our age group, most of us would remember seeing in the library those 101 super sport jokes, or 101 great jokes to share in class, or something like that. They're all dad jokes. Most of them are 1 or 2 lines. They're good for a cheap laugh, and then you'll be very disappointed that you purchased the book to begin with.
True story.
but along with the Kickstarter campaign, there's some like different tiers. If you're interested in donating, that you could be a part of the book. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, we've got a tier. If you would like to really help us out for $100, we're gonna publish either your name or your company, whichever you choose, onto a dedication page in the book. So you can think of that as a lifetime worth of advertisement. And then I failed you, Yehuda. I got totally caught up this afternoon and didn't update, but we did add we added another tier, or we're adding another tier for $250. You'll get a one-page advertisement in the book as well.
Meaning you're not going to have to share in the sponsorship page with anybody else who donated money. You will get your own sponsorship page.
Right on. So does the individuals who contribute to get their own page or their own whatever, do they get something that they can also be written in there? It's like maybe if they got a joke or they just want to say something funny or, promote their business or whatever. How does that work?
I mean, we didn't really talk about that. I mean, Eric and I didn't really talk about that, but if someone, donates $250 and they get their own sponsorship page, hell, man, they can thank Dianne Feinstein or Michael Bloomberg. I really don't care. I'm just happy to take their money.
Question from the chat room says, have you read Bill Malden's Army? Has either one of you read that?
I'm not familiar with that.
Nope.
I actually was in Bill Malden's Army, so I didn't read the book.
Oh, yeah. Very well. Cheers to you. I only read comic books, so I don't know if that counts. Incidentally, I am rereading the Infinity Gauntlet right now, and oh my goodness, how vastly different it is from the actual movie. So, anyway, with that being said, so what has been your favorite part of the experience so far of pulling this all together?
Well, I'll jump in. So really, I kind of jump-started my company at the SHOT Show. I've been working with Tyler and Tundra Tactical for a little over 2 years now. Went out to SHOT Show with them, and that was kind of the stepping stone to start the Spec guy as more than just a personality, but a company. Meeting with Yehuda and getting involved, he's helped me. He's helped introduce me to a bunch more people. A lot of just the networking opportunities, meeting a whole bunch of other really cool people in the industry. And then really, as somebody who is interested in writing for a while now, I never really saw myself actually putting out a book. It's like one of those things maybe not Mount Everest, but to me it is.
Right on. And just to jump in here, our late comer, who's I guess the popular one here, the one that's so busy for all of us.
Is that what you said?
We have the man, the myth, the legend, the baldest of the bald, Tyler from
Hey guys, how's it going tonight? How we doing?
Great. Now it's the Tyler Show.
Yeah, always. Thank you, Mark, for letting me hijack your live stream.
Hey, no problem. Izzy Long just jumped in. # Fit and Fido. So yes, sir. I had to jump in. I had to play with my wiener a little bit. So there you go. All right. So what are we drinking tonight, Tyler?
Just the cheap stuff. I got some Jack Daniels here.
So I got the monkey shoulder again tonight.
Boy.
So the question that we're talking about right now, Tyler, is what has been the most enjoyable aspect of pulling this book together between the three of you guys?
Well, I will take a very uncharacteristically humble stance here and say I have had very little to actually do with it. A vast majority of, I see the eyebrows raised, Eric. A vast majority of the legwork has been done by these two, and I mean Eric and Yehuda here. So the most enjoyable thing for me, and like I said, this is very uncharacteristically emotional too, has been watching my writer kind of get his feet about him and get into the industry the way he wants to. So I'm super proud of you, Eric.
Aww.
You guys just love each other so much. So Yehuda, what has been the most enjoyable aspect since you've done all the work?
That took me half a second. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh God. Honestly, one thing I love about SHOT Show, and like I said, we're all part of this little group, so you guys know me pretty well, is I like to hustle. I like to get out there. I like to meet new people. I like to do self-promotion. I really enjoy that. And since Eric and I started this project, we've become pretty tight. We're talking constantly about, the books, and middle of the day, I'm like, dude, check this joke out. Or, he'll text me, hey, I got this. And I really just like the collaboration, because this technically is, out of the 4 books I wrote, the joke book will be my 6th book. I have a 5th book coming out, like we said, in 2 months from now. But the joke book is a collaboration, and it's my first collaboration. So I really enjoy working with like-minded individuals to accomplish a goal, especially when it's something, like there's 2 jokes that that I absolutely love, and one of them
The rest are terrible.
Well, the rest are terrible, because I mean, only two good ones Eric wrote. Like I said, he only wrote 2 jokes. I did all the other ones. So there's only 2 good. There's only 2 good jokes, and coming up with these ideas, collaborating, and being able to throw ideas back and forth it's a lot of fun. So I think just the collaboration between the 2 of us and Tyler on a very, very limited basis.
Right.
Hey, it's just Tundra Tactical Presents. I'm just promoting.
Well, Tyler, Izzy says that he's still mad at Tyler for the vertical video today. Laugh out.
Yeah, I for those who don't know, and now I will reclaim my crown as a stream hijacker. As of a couple of days from now, Saturday will be the first official Tundra Tactical fan meetup at the Egan Stock and Barrel. And on the Facebook page, I posted a little video walkthrough that I had done in February prior to the new shop opening up completely. There's Lexi trying to drink my whiskey. Dog, you need to stop drinking whiskey. You got a problem. And it was
AA for quitters.
Yeah. And I shot it on my cell phone, and I recorded it partially for Instagram, so I shot it in vertical form. And so apparently that got under Izzy's skin, so I will make sure to do it again.
Yes. I think if I remember correctly, Gunjama Johnny even gave us a tutorial. He said, nope. And
yeah.
Yes. All right. So right on. Well, cool. So what would you guys say has been the most difficult aspect of this? I mean, has there been any issues as far as you guys butting heads with what the creation of this book has been all about, or has there been other issues that you're trying to overcome at this point?
I don't think there's been too many challenges. The biggest challenge, I think, is just geographically, where we're about 1,200 miles apart. At least we're in the same time zone, though, so that helps. But just trying to get our schedules to cross. Like he said, we text back and forth, or I slide into his DMs every once in a while. But trying to sit down for like a solid half-hour phone call or something like that is sometimes can be quite a challenge.
Right on. Yehuda, what has been the biggest challenge for you?
Getting Tyler to promote the book.
Oh, come on.
No, it's biggest challenge, honestly, Eric and I talked about it early on, and he knows that I've published 4 books, so he's relying on me with my knowledge. Eric is a lot more knowledgeable when it comes to, I guess, the mechanics of firearms and the history of firearms. So, we both have our strong suits, and we talked about that early on. So it's not like, I remember like our first, Eric, that first, after we got the 101 jokes to begin with, we sat down on the phone for a good 45 minutes, an hour, and we went through all the jokes to see, do we really like this one? Do we not like this one? and there was a lot of things that I had no idea what they were. But talking to Eric, we were able to, he explained to me. I saw that it was funny, and if I had, if I'm like, maybe not that one. It wasn't. He wasn't offended. I wasn't offended. If I had an idea, we just,
You guys were adults.
We were, yes, we were adults.
That's a new one. Yep.
Says the guy who has a freaking vape stick.
Hey, don't knock the chooch stick.
Yeah. Well, they have a. Talk amongst yourselves, guys, real quick. I got something going on here. I need to go check out. Hold on one second.
Fair enough. Well,
welcome to Tundra Tactical tonight, everyone.
Now I get to really hijack it. All right, guys. Hey, guys, welcome back to the channel tonight on the 45th and a half episode of Tundra Talk. I'm just kidding. How you boys doing tonight?
Good, man. What are you working late tonight or what?
Yeah, getting a little stuff done at the old range.
Wait, Tyler, hold on one second. Eric, can we all join rip Mark for that gigantic monstrosity of a microphone in front of his face? Do you see how big that thing is?
This thing?
Well, yours is off to the side. You can see your face. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hold on, he's not unmuted yet. All right.
Yeah.
How do we do it? Well, now that we can barely see Mark's face, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys. Must have been those dang ghosts again. Sorry about that.
Is this what I have to look forward to with children?
Yes, you do. You do. Actually, it wasn't her. It was just some. I don't know, some
strange things, huh?
Some strange things. It's a good show. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I haven't seen a look at one. What I was going to say earlier, Tyler, is those individuals that vape or smoke usually have an oral fetish.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know this.
Shit.
All too well.
I definitely know that with that gigantic microphone in his face.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out real quick ways to rip you for the giant microphone in front of your face.
Well, I'm trying to put it in different positions.
That's what she said.
I got it before you. But I was trying to put it in a different area so that I could still be able to type in the chat room, because otherwise I have to, if I have it down where it normally is, I have to reach around. There we go again.
That's what he said?
Yes. Yeah.
This is turning into dirty talk.
Yeah, we might as well just invite Alana on here right now. just to drop that's what she said. John Pasco.
She even jumped in there with that's what she said too.
John Pasco says in chat says that's a black monstrosity of a blank.
Yes.
All right. So Izzy's asking if you just tactically swept the house.
No,
Decepticons are everywhere.
No, see that's the thing about my dogs is, I'm surprised that they didn't freak out, is because the moment that I started to hear something, they both got up and took off. So technically, they sweep the house for me. I just dropped the bad guys.
That is an absolute LT thing to do.
Yes, exactly. You guys go ahead. I got to make a phone call.
I'll be right behind you.
Yep. Where's my NCO meat shield?
I just want you guys to know that if we really get into the thick stuff and the bullets are flying, I'll be behind you the whole way.
Yep. Quite literally. Eric, I expect more from you being a, recently promoted.
No, I've given all of that up.
Oh, you have? It's one fell swoop, huh?
Yeah, no, OCS killed every last bit of decency I had in me.
All right, Yehuda.
It really does turn individuals, whether it's OCS or ROTC, into very cynical individuals. I can tell you that right now.
So what were we talking about?
We were talking about, I don't know, something about a book full of one joke or something. It's one really long joke.
I know Tyler and Eric know the joke. Can I just say, can I say one joke?
Oh,
Eric,
yeah.
do you mind?
Oh, no, absolutely no. Each of you have to tell everyone your favorite joke out of the book.
I'll have to pull it up. I don't remember any of them because I don't think I wrote any of them.
They're so memorable.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start because when I saw this one, when Eric wrote it, I'm not lying to you. I had water fly out my nose. I laughed so hard.
Eric, you got to send them to me again.
All right, Mark, you listening?
Go ahead.
Here we go. Why didn't the college student tell his parents how he paid for college?
Why didn't the college student?
You just muted yourself.
How did I mute myself? I don't know how I'm muting myself. You
Right,
still here? Okay.
I can hear you now.
Go ahead.
He was field stripping for money. I'm sorry. It's just I saw that and I just burst out laughing.
Oh my goodness!
Buy
our book.
For those of you that don't know what that means, field stripping is when you disassemble a firearm. All right, we just got to interject the dad joke in there.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I know it's pretty bad. All right, Eric, you're next.
Ooh, okay. So we this one takes a little bit. If you're a fan of the Fast and the Furious, not the movie, you'll know this one. So how do you turn 2,000 guns into 710?
How do you?
You put the ATF in charge of them.
Yeah, and I just paid them $200 today. So,
my personal favorite, and I don't have the list in front of me, so I'm going off of. We'll paraphrase it, but why did the trap team do so well in Vegas?
Why did the trap team do so well in Vegas?
Because they knew the over/under.
It's very good. You guys, if you don't get that, that's a gambling joke.
Yeah,
because it's Vegas. Yeah,
it's also a shotgun joke.
Yeah, yep. That's more of what I would have gone with.
Dude, that's what we call a double entendre. That's the kind of high level comedy you're going to get in this book.
High level, if that's what you want to call it. Okay.
High brow, even.
It's a joke that make you think.
Yep, they do. They do. Sometimes they go kind of like what Mark just had experienced there.
No, I caught the whole Vegas aspect of it. So, right.
No, so it hit you in the face. It did, but it just didn't register.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
How many more can we do?
So the biggest question is, when do you expect this to be hitting the New York bestseller list?
Oh,
well,
yesterday?
So the book we're hoping to launch, correct me if I'm wrong, actually have copies in people's hands by August, September timeframe. So New York bestseller no later than Christmas.
And we are relying on the fan base, you guys, to do that. We gotta build kind of a street team here for it too. So,
well, I already had a phone meeting with Ben Shapiro and warned him, as old time friends, that he should be afraid of my joke book coming out because it might knock his book off the #1 bestseller. So, I told him, just be aware. Don't be mad at me. You're my hero. Math student becomes the teacher type of thing.
Yeah, he's got to pass the torch at some point in time, and it might as well be now.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 35. It's time that he moves aside and lets.
Is he upset with you for having non-Jewish collaborators?
Technically, he has nothing to say about that because he collaborates with non-Jews all the time.
Yes, very true, very true.
So, like calling the kettle black, I guess. I don't know. So,
yeah, I'll be honest. I'm going to use Ben hopefully when my next book comes out in June. The chances of me trying to cash in on using his fame to promote the joke book.
Oh, come on, you could pull it off.
We'll see if he's open to that.
I'll tell you what, if I can get Donald Trump to get into one of my live chats, you can get Ben Shapiro to promote the book.
Right, at least a fake Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
The name that counts.
I actually grew up with him, so I know him like personally. So
are we name dropping now?
Oh, I'm
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
huge name dropping. No, I mean, if you get Donald Trump, I will get Ben Shapiro to tweet my book out.
Challenge accepted. We're gonna get. I said challenge accepted. We're getting. I'm not resting until for like half a second Donald Trump actually like recognizes our live stream and joins one day. It's gonna happen. I'm calling it right now.
Well, or you could kill two birds with one stone and have Ben Shapiro do his Donald Trump impression.
Ooh.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
He does a pretty decent one.
Could you say it's huge?
Huge, yes.
That's what he said.
I don't do impressions, but when I listen to him, man, what was he? I was just listening to his podcast the other day, and he went on in his Trump voice for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm actually listening to the president at one point.
Nice.
As little Benjamin Shapiro. That's funny, Ryan. Yeah, indeed.
So you guys do me a favor. Give me a little bit of a recap of what else we talked about tonight, other than just promoting the book and the best and the worst of actually writing it and everything. What's new with you guys?
The first 20 minutes was us just talking about the things we dislike about you the most.
That's fair enough. You still got to work for me.
What's really funny is it took the entire time until you jumped in. So
that's totally fine. I'm fine. Haters gonna hate, baby.
Wait, can I just brag for one quick second?
Just one?
And,
before.
Yeah. It'll be very quick. That I was the first person ever to absolutely throw Tyler off his game when he had his show Saturday night.
I do not remember this. Enlighten me. I was probably drunk.
When I was texting you?
Oh my God. Fuck. Yeah, I did forget about that. That did throw me off. Yeah, I thought I had a bug hanging. He goes, dude, you got a booger hanging out of your nose. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the fuck? Come on. Oh, excuse me. What the heck?
What the heck? Oh, don't you know, like up there, you got a bunch of hosers.
A bunch of hosers.
It was fantastic. And wait,
yeah,
Tyler.
I was sitting here like, what? We got something there? Oh, okay, we're good.
Right on. So, yeah, go ahead, Yehuda.
Wait, and Tyler, did you get my other text about the picture of Alana on that bag of chips?
Yes, I did. That's yeah, that was a good one.
All right, good. Just want to make sure.
So Drew jumping in the chat room saying that Shapiro is hawking BCM rifles on his live stream. That he is. Yes, he is. He's actually advertising for Bravo Company MFG manufacturing. And I was actually really surprised. He just started doing that in the last month or so. So, yeah, that's pretty cool to see that he's doing that. And then USCCA, he's also advertising for them as well. So about the only other thing that we really kind of talked, I started off the live chat with some news on the channel in that I did give the ATF $200 today as I purchased my very first suppressor, which I'm really excited for. And then I also have a suppressor on the way in the mail. Should be here hopefully by Friday. So I can get it out to the range this weekend. So yeah, got some quiet stuff getting ready to happen. I'm excited about that. What about what's new for the Tundra Tactical guys? What do you guys got coming up?
Nothing official yet outside of obviously, like I said earlier, the official Tundra Tactical fan meetup. But there are a couple of new purchases on the horizon. I think we discussed this last week when I was on your live stream, Mark, how enamored I am with the Palmetto State AK V9 Gen 2. And then I think I have officially made my decision. My next handgun will be the Canik TP9 Elite Combat. So those two will be purchased by me here coming up quickly, unless Eric informs me otherwise as to the fruits of his labors.
So I've got some stuff I'm working on. I guess nothing I'm going to announce yet, but I've got an idea for a range video that we absolutely need to shoot. You are going to love the idea.
Excellent.
There's going to be an explosion. There's going to be comedy. People are going to laugh. People are going to cry. it's going to be
a traditional Tundra video.
It's going to be the next Gone with the Wind.
Excellent, excellent. On that note, I want to give a hometown shout out here. And like I said, most of you aren't going to get this, but there are a few Minnesotans in chat that'll enjoy this idea. A great friend of the channel behind the scenes, like way behind the scenes of Tundra Tactical, just closed a lease on their new place of business here. So I want to give a little shout out to Zach Haig and ROE Defense for letting the ink dry on their new lease agreement for their brick and mortar location for ROE. Those guys, for those who have watched our videos in the past, if you've seen an outdoor shooting video, which hasn't happened in quite some time, but in the past videos that we've done, if you've seen an outdoor shooting video, it's been courtesy of one Zach Haig and Michael Olson, and they just closed an actual brick and mortar location for their business, ROE Defense, and that will be a collaboration here in the future, going back outdoors and doing some long range shooting.
Right on, right on. That's something that I'm actually working on as well. I've got an opportunity to link up with a local trainer, one of the more well-known trainers in this area, and he's got a range up to 1,000 yards. So I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
My follow-up question to you was, what's the long-range situation look like out in your neck of the woods?
So I'm plugging in with Buck Petticord, and he's got a range that will allow me to get up to 1,000. I told him 600 would probably be enough for right now. And then the range that I normally shoot at, they are working on building 1,000-yard range as well. So yeah, that's something that I'm really hoping gets taken care of here in the next.
Shut up, Ryan.
And so no, it's not NRA certified, nor would I care it to be.
Shot at me.
Yeah. So Drew wants to know, is Tundra going to do any shooting? I think Yankee Marshall has more range time.
Yes, we are. I just so for those who don't know, we live in the Twin Cities of Minnesota here, and in the Twin Cities. What's that?
The frozen shithole of Hoth.
Yes. In the Twin Cities, especially during the winter time, it is not terribly feasible to do any form of interesting gun videos. Now, let me go so far as to say we could have sacrificed some of our integrity, Eric, right? And well, we do that constantly anyways, but we could have sacrificed some of our visual integrity and filmed at an indoor range, doing the whole over the shoulder, you can barely see the gun, no camera movement, no cinematography whatsoever bit, by filming gun reviews and gun content at an indoor range. But we don't want to do that to our fans. We want to make them wait.
No, to be completely like throw it out there for people, we actually did do some of that.
A little bit. Yes.
We have like the HK VP9. We shot that the whole bunch. We got a ton of video on it, and it just wasn't good enough.
Yep, it just wasn't good enough. So part of the reason why we haven't released any shooting content is due to the geographical limitations of our situation up here in Minnesota during the wintertime. And number two, we're not going to release subpar content like other channels that we might know of.
That's very good. I was going to say,
I'm just kidding.
If you do the range thing, I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I mean, if you do a range thing, you can look like this right here and look all tactical with your tumble upon impact hat. Right?
Yeah, so, yeah, definitely. And what would you shoot that on, a GoPro?
No, I used my phone.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
It shoots in 4K, mister.
4K isn't everything. Resolution isn't everything.
Still 4K.
Let's move on, huh?
There. Drop it like Scott says. Come on down. Come one down. Come one? Just one, or come all?
Come one, come all.
Come on. Yeah, there we go. It's like
what she said.
I already got it.
Wow. So
I frequent Orlando quite often. So drop it like a Scott. You'll have to hit me up here soon, because right before the baby's born, I'm thinking we're going to take a little vacation, and it's going to be down to the parks. So maybe we'll link up and do some shooting. Hopefully not get murdered.
And you're worried about that? I'm going to Chicago on Thursday.
Oh, geez. You know, I know you're Jewish and all, but
I'll take it. No, I'm going to Chicago for Passover, and I posted on my Facebook page yesterday. Any Chicago friends want to go shooting, and because like you have to have this like special thing called a FOID card,
Yeah.
right, in Chicago. So if
just go to the south side, man, I'm sure you'll have plenty of fun.
Oh, right. So you have to have a FOID card in order to go shooting. I don't even know what it stands for, but if you go with somebody who has a FOID card, they can take you to a range. But if you don't have one, you have to go to the range and you have to pay like $60 to have an instructor with you.
So what I guess this is a little pro tip. If you take an Uber from your hotel room out to Gary, Indiana, it's just one town over. You can literally shoot anywhere you want, and
yeah,
be cool.
No one lives there.
Right. So, are you guys familiar? And I'm gonna give them a huge shout out. 1 Million Moms Against Gun Control.
Yes, I've heard of them.
So, I'm good friends with the two of the main ladies who started it, and one of them, she lives on a farm outside of Chicago. And I'm actually going to her farm, ranch, whatever you want to call it, next week. And she's getting like a 50 cal rifle and all this stuff. So I'm stoked to actually go to Chicago and shoot some big stuff. Legally, of course, not go to the south side and just
get your problem solver out and have a grand old time.
Exactly.
So I got a funny story about Chicago. I have two stories about Chicago. Number one is we went as a family trip to Chicago last year because in the Science Museum there is a German submarine, and it's the U-505. I actually met the guy whose job it was to sink the ship, and he wrote a book called, I believe it's Steel Hearts, Iron Sailors, I believe. Anyway, so we went there to check things out. So we're driving into Chicago, no big deal, just driving along, following the GPS, and we get off the interstate. And as we're working through the neighborhood to get through to the museum, we're starting to look around, and we're like, one thing doesn't look like the other here around here. So we got to the museum just fine, but then we went and got some really nice Chicago deep dish pizza at a restaurant in downtown Chicago.
Redeeming quality of Chicago.
Yes, it is, right? And we were telling the guy, hey, we went to the museum, and he's like, oh, really? How did you get there? And was like, well, we just pulled off the interstate and drove east. And he's like, oh, you're in South Side of Chicago. And, and we're like, okay, great. Yeah. We're in downtown Chicago now. And he's like, no.
He's sitting on the other end of the phone like, run!
Yeah, he's like, yeah, so you don't want to do that ever again. It was pretty funny.
It like that scene? What was the National Lampoon? Was it National Lampoon's Vacation?
Yeah. Roll them up, kids.
Yeah. Roll them up.
So that's number one. Number two, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Liberty Doll. She has a YouTube channel, and she talks about 2A politics and stuff like that. But she just did a video, I think today or yesterday, bless you, that do you guys are aware that Chicago has an entertainment tax?
Well, I wouldn't say.
Surprising. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So PlayStation, it was the last holdout to not charge their customers this entertainment tax. And now they've started charging their customers 9% on top of their subscription live service for PlayStation to appease Chicago. And my comment, and I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to think, but my comment to her video was entertainment tax equals T-tax, and that didn't work out so well.
Yeah.
And not that I was trying to be funny or snarky, but realistically, I mean, at what point do we start saying, obviously we've got some people in the chat room that firmly believe that taxation is theft, but at what point do we start saying, wait a second, why are you going to tax me tax me on having fun? How does that work?
Well,
So
you're not allowed to have fun in Chicago. I thought that was obvious.
No, you can. You have to pay for it.
Yeah, you got to pay for it. I don't know, man. That's a loaded question in my opinion, because it's like at the end of the day, I'm one of those people. I don't really agree with any form of taxation. So, well, that's not true. You got to keep the roads in order up here in Minnesota. So money's got to come from somewhere. But that seems a little ridiculous.
I mean, if you want to have a serious conversation about it, which is probably not anything that's ever happened on your channel, but we go back, what was it, the 1910s, 1920s, when the first income tax was actually instated? Somehow the United States functioned before then. I know there's an argument to be had, like, what do we have now? We have all these amazing things now that we didn't then, but somehow we were able to continue to progress. Technology existed, roads were created without all these crazy taxes.
True.
So how do we go about maintaining those roads and police force and fire departments without taxation? That has been kind of one of the biggest questions I've always wondered.
So it still gets paid for, but it's just not government run. If you want the road, there's people who are going to be willing to build and maintain the road, and they're going to require a payment for it. And the theory is that the free market will make price corrections, and citizens that are using said road are going to pay whatever they're willing to pay to have that road maintained.
Fair enough.
Good point.
Probably in a much more efficient manner too.
Well, and like I said, that's the theory, and without having a huge political debate, I know there's arguments to be had the other way, but I mean that's the libertarian theory, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So and Alana jumping in there with but my roads.
So
up here, that's a big issue.
Alana said, "I'll build the goddamn roads," and I just picture her like slamming her fist on the desk, like, "I'll build the goddamn roads."
Yeah. Alana does says that fun fact: the first ever metro system in NYC was privately owned. But I can understand the metro system in a large metropolitan area, right? So that's pretty. That should be, quote unquote, should be pretty self-sustaining if it's privately owned. But so my daily trip between where I live and where I work is about a 15-minute drive straight east on a 4-lane highway in rural Kansas. How does that get maintained on a regular basis?
Well, it doesn't need to be. You live in rural Kansas.
Thank you. Yeah, we
And you muted yourself again.
How well do roads need to be maintained for your horse-drawn carriages?
Yeah, exactly, you Quaker.
You guys suck. you guys drive me the drink. That's what it really boils down to.
Izzy, what do you know? What do you got to say about this? Izzy, wow. What's your name? Yehuda. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on, I can mute myself.
Okay,
my wife's calling me.
I'm one of those people that taxation is theft. So, hence, I don't know. I'm sure you've seen my shirt that I have.
Oh, your new one. That's great.
The, what's it called one? Oh, God. The repeal the NFA one I have. I don't know if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, tell us about it if you haven't seen it.
Okay, so if you haven't seen it, I'm actually getting the link right now because hopefully everyone's not cheap and they'll buy it. I'm going to drop it in the chat. So this shirt, the image on the shirt right there, besides the part that says repeal the NFA on the bottom, the rest of the image was a cartoon that was made, I believe, in Pennsylvania during the Revolutionary War as a, call it a warning / cartoon to the British government when they enacted the Stamp Act. The cartoon came out, said an emblem, well, whatever it says, I don't remember off by hand, an emblem of the effects of the Stamp Act, oh, the fatal stamp. You know, meaning you're taxing us for something like paper. This is going to be the ending, the skull and crossbones. So since we're all gun people here in the industry, you know, I recreated that and then added repeal the NFA. I know you've mentioned a bunch of times already, Mark, that you just dropped $200 on the stamp tax. So
clever. I like it.
That's my the shirt that I have in order to repeal the NFA.
Right on. So a couple things from the chat room is let's see. Ryan says, I read on the interwebs that the pothole on Lindale was found to be a tunnel to the center of the earth. So
yeah, pretty much.
There's that. Alana says into her slamming her fist down, that's precisely how she said it. GG, LFG, GG, he's a pretty cool dude. And will be accompanying me to NRAM this year. I'm super excited about it. He says the income tax was to make up for all the money that was lost due to prohibition. So glad to see that hasn't been recouped yet. And then the Massachusetts Turnpike, according to Scott P79, the Massachusetts Turnpike was paid off over 30 years ago for building it, yet they still maintain the dam tolls since the state gets used. Fair point. Gets used to have to net tax revenue come in. They'll never get rid of it, and that's interesting that he says that because that is exactly what my dad has been saying for the last. Let's see, I'm 41, so for the last, I would say, 31 years that I can at least remember him talking about the tolls, the Kansas Turnpike, is that it was paid off in the late 70s and they're still charging.
Yeah, so, that's fortunately something we do not have to deal with up here in Minnesota.
Well, I wouldn't be so quick to say that. So we're well on our way to that with our.
We're on our way to it. We don't have to deal with it yet.
Yeah. Well, we have the light rail that people in Wyoming, Minnesota, or Hoyt Lakes, Minnesota, are paying for with their taxes, but we'll never ever even see the light rail, which also has not made a dime since it was created.
Nope.
85% subsidized.
Oh, hey, and Drew jumping in there with a movie reference. If anyone can tell me what movie this is from.
Oh, come on, yeah.
Oh, come on. Jeez, man.
Easy. It's too easy.
Oh, come on.
I was pitching it to the chat room.
That was even too easy for the chat. I mean,
let me tell you, Mark, if anyone in the chat room didn't know that,
yeah, they're fired.
They're not Americans.
I will say from my last chat, no one has responded to the challenge / giveaway of the handguard. If you guys want a free handguard for your AR-15, all you have to do is answer the question in the movie Sherlock Holmes, right? The new one with Robert Downey Jr. that came out in 2010. What's that?
First or second?
First. He says he looks out the window of a carriage and says, look at those towering structures. What an industrial age we live in. What towering structures was he talking about?
London Bridge.
Negative. Nope, not the London Bridge.
No, I almost sent you an email, but it wasn't going to be the real answer. It was going to be in the form of one of my comments I like to leave on your videos.
You should have just left it on the newest video right there, or you still do it. But here it is, right here. If you guys want to email me, I will drop the email in the chat room for anyone who knows the answer. Let me finish typing here. You can email me, and if you have the correct answer, I will mail this right here to you guys. So, what towering structures?
That's good because I'm actually hopefully getting a new AR very soon.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So, go ahead.
I have
Eric.
a favor to ask.
Yep.
I just realized we are exactly 1 hour in, and you brought us on to talk about the book.
What book?
Right. I feel like we accomplished that a while ago. But we have yet to let anybody know how that they can reserve their copy.
That's a very good point. Very good point. Take it away, Tyler.
So you can reserve your copy on Kickstarter, and had I known this was coming, I would have had the link ready. But give me just a second because I have it.
If you were as smart as I was, you would see I already dropped the link there in the chat.
Well, I'm doing it again right there. That was only what, a 10-second delay. So yeah, you guys can go to the link in the chat right now from Tundra Tactical to reserve your copy of 103, potentially 104 explosive gun jokes. Written by these two wonderful gentlemen here. And by wonderful, I mean Eric and Yehuda, not Mark from Fit and Fire, because we all know that he is a saboteur.
Yeah.
I do want to. So we talked about the $100, the $250.
Wait. No. Stop. Time out. Mr. Milspec guy, what the hell is on your finger?
Oh, so Alana pointed this out earlier. I was battling a bear.
I thought it was
fixing something in the garage, and yeah, I got a boo boo.
Boo boo. All right, go. Please proceed. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, if you won't.
Please proceed. Sorry.
If you have the means or the desire to donate at that $100 or that $250 level, God bless you. If you just want to reserve a copy of the book, $15 will get you a signed copy signed by all three of us. We're working the logistics of that out, but I think we're about there. And then a special note, a Tundra fan started this. If you want something special drawn in, I will personally draw anything you want inside the cover of the book within
Family
that.
Friendly.
No. This would be hand drawn.
This is hand
individualized. It can be a meme. It can be a picture of Tyler's nether regions, smooth like a Ken doll. It can be anything you want at that $15 price point. You just need to let us know a comment with your support.
I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that you just said prees.
So Big Al wants to know, what book are we talking about?
That would be 100 and some odd explosive gun jokes.
There you go. Explosive. I like that too. So, Tyler, one of the things that was mentioned while you were still trying to make money or something, I don't know what you were doing, but they're contemplating changing the title of the book to 100 and something. So they could actually have maybe 111, or my favorite number, 113. We should probably do that.
Carried away, Mark.
What's wrong with 113? I mean, that's only what, 9 more jokes? I think we can.
I mean, we might do 114, but 113, I'm not.
Big Al wants to know if you can pay with PayPal. Can they pay with PayPal?
I believe you can.
So I will go ahead and drop the link, Big Al, for you one more time. You can follow that link and use your payment preference of choice, good sir. John
Pascal says, if we throw in another 20, can you get Hillary to sign it? She could sign it, but she's going to wipe it clean. So
Mark.
Hillary who?
Mark.
Well,
oh.
Yehuda.
Is it London Tower Bridge? Did I forget the tower?
See, it is the Tower Bridge. Yes, it is the Tower Bridge. It's not the London Bridge. London Bridge and Tower Bridge are two separate things. So there you go. Yehuda wins the
let's keep it in the family, gents.
Yeah. Yehuda wins the handguard.
He can't be outdone.
Right here, I'll send it to you tomorrow. I got a box to send to the wife anyway, so I might as well just send that to you.
What would be more impressive on the Hillary side of things with the Hillary signature? Hillary Clinton's signature, or as Drew Lovelace says, Hillary Duff?
I was going to say Duff.
I think that would be arguably more impressive.
Who's Hillary Duff?
Isn't she
She's a
Do you
singer.
have a daughter? You know.
Singer,
Yeah.
singer, actress.
You don't have to pretend that you don't know.
I know the name. I don't remember what she's in. Oh, speaking of Alana,
Yep,
she
I know.
says, speaking of PayPal at Tundra Tactical, you owe me $25. So
That I
guess,
do.
so not only does she get a free book, but she gets a whole bunch of drawings too, right?
Speaking of dogs going nuts,
I was
hold on
going to
one
say,
second,
well,
guy.
who's beating a dog?
More than likely my wife coming home and dogs going nuts.
Oh, there we go. There we go. So,
Shoot, Mark.
yes.
I didn't see that. Draw it like Scott gave the right answer.
Oh, did he? Okay. Well, then it's
Give
on.
Give it to him.
All right. It's on its way to Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give it to drop. I don't know who said it first, but give it to him.
Okay. A combination of bascule and suspension bridge ever attempted. Let's see. But well, hold on a second. He got that piece, but I'm not seeing the actual answer. Did I see the?
I thought I saw. He said the towering structures answer.
Did I get it right? So he got the phrase correct, but he didn't say the actual towering structure, what it is. See, that's the thing, right?
So
This giveaway has been compromised.
Seriously, so you are judge, jury, and executioner. It is up to you to make up your mind.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll cut it in half and I'll send one piece of it to you guys, to you, Yehuda, and I'll send the other half to Scott. How about that?
Thank you, King Solomon.
Hey, no problem. Hey, yeah, I do what I can, and my minds are completely full. So
Your minds.
yes, yeah, King Solomon's Mines. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
Oh, I get it. Yep.
Great movie.
Jeez,
Tyler
you
doesn't
guys.
get it.
I missed the reference.
He doesn't. Well, Tyler doesn't have any hair to catch the jokes. like
No,
do.
I don't. It doesn't, just it either flies in and out or, just doesn't even slow down. So
Scott, I'll send you the handguard. Just send me an email with your address. I'll get it over to you. And Yehuda for winning or for guessing the right answer. Let's see. We've got a tactical rope dispenser that I can give you.
that is straight from Tac Pack. You're giving away other gifts.
Oh,
So okay, I hope you don't feel left out on this, Yehuda. All right, how E2, E3 walking through the PX, picking out the tacticalest crap, is that dispenser?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Absolutely.
wait.
So I don't know about you. Oh, my experience with Tac Pack is you get a ton of really cool stuff, and then you get one thing that damn E3 who's got a Ranger tab underneath his shoulder pocket, running around. Oh god, Delta Dam.
That
Hey,
is an
Yehuda-
accurate description.
You want a armor's wrench? I can send you this.
Yehuda doesn't shoot rifles.
I do shoot rifles.
He's building a new AR right now. I can send him this wrench right here. Never been
To help him
used.
build it?
Only dropped once.
You know what, Mark? Save it for people who aren't necessarily me. Give it to fans of your show, people who come in on a weekly basis to see who have to put up with you. So
I feel like Mark's just reaching around, like, what's the nearest thing? Oh, hey, Yehuda, I've got this Pelican case for a phone. Do you want this? I can ship you this.
I've got a VanQuest first aid pouch that I can send you. Right?
Yehuda, I've got some sriracha sauce that I can send to you. I've got a lid for a Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge brownie. Some icy hot, even.
Some icy hot. You've got to put that on Megatron's feet this evening.
Yeah. Speaking of Megatron, I have a live one right here that's waving in the background, excited to say hi to you all.
There she is.
So
glowing as ever.
Glowing as ever, he says.
I think we can see more of Ellie than we can of Megan.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let's. I guess the news is out now, according to Eric. Mark, Yehuda, you guys know this, but the chat doesn't know this. We just found out yesterday that it is a baby girl.
I was gonna wait for Saturday.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Don't worry,
Oh.
don't worry, Megatron. Nobody's watching anyway. So
Yeah, no one's watching anyways.
It's a girl.
So
congratulations,
baby Ellie. Yes.
Congratulations to baby Alana.
Your dreams won't come true, Mark. I'm sorry.
Sorry. So, hey, Yehuda, I've got the Strike Industries Mega series release. Just so you know, it has my name on it right there. And I just kind of doxed myself, just so you know. But
Yehuda, I have this used Potbelly.
Dude, man, you know what? That Potbelly thing actually sounds interesting. It's the closest I'll ever get to eating non-kosher.
Ooh.
very
I was
good.
going to say, man, I was just crushing some prosciutto.
Oh, that's so good. I've also got a 47 aluminum mag light that you can. I mean,
That thing's actually not that bad. I've been using that.
oh, okay. So there's a buttstock.
Oh, he hears that the light's not that bad. He's gonna hang on to that.
Now, look, I'll be honest. My new AR. When I get it, I will ask Mark if he has anything that I can put on it that I might want. How about that, Mark?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. So Alana says that she has a half-drink can of Coke.
Excellent.
I would hope Coca-Cola, not a can of.
Yes, because most drug addicts walk around with a 12-ounce can, half drunk, of actual powdered cocaine.
Hey, I got a great idea. You guys want to talk about the Fit and Fire 10,000 subscriber giveaway that's coming up?
That's coming up.
I've been waiting all night for that.
Let's do it.
Okay. Go ahead.
What are you giving away, and can I have it?
I have presented a number of different things that I was going to give you there, Yehuda, and you're not picking up on it, right? You're not hooking in on it. So, to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm giving away yet, but I do know one thing that I am giving away, and that is going to be a Faxon barrel. I've got a Faxon 16-inch 5.56 barrel that is going to be donated to the channel that I will be giving away as the grand prize or the big prize, I guess. And I will be teaming that up with a number of different things to include an Olight. So if you guys are interested in the Olight Valkyrie Mini 2, whatever it's called, I will be giving one of those away.
You're a great ambassador for their brand.
What's that?
What an amazing ambassador for that brand.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So
Can I help make you look cooler?
Sure.
All right. And I know that's a stretch, but I just talked to my guy, and you have to give away an Airborne Arms Geronimo trigger.
That is right. That is that is going to be coupled with I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but yes, there's going to be a trigger that is going to be given away, and one lucky winner is going to get mailed.
Please don't show the freaking dispenser case for the paracord again. Okay.
No, you're going to get one of these, a 50 cal bottle opener. Right. I think this is probably going to be the best prize that's given away, to be honest with you. So
it's the ultimate cop-out groomsman gift.
How about a set of M-Bus sites? Anybody want some M-Bus sites? We're going to give those away too. So I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to break down. I'm either going to do 2 or 3 tiers, but
can you call that the Travis Haley and Chris Costa special tier?
I was going to go more along the lines the Haley Grand Thumb tier.
Yeah. Okay. Either or.
Yeah, there we go. So, all right. What else? Anything else you guys want to talk about real quick?
I got nothing. You know, I joined late, and I just wanted to be part of the shit show that was going to be dropping here.
Yeah, that's about how this live chat went too. Thanks.
But Big Fun's asking super tactical tiers. Oh, if we can harvest those, we could get those from Jake, Eric. The more you make fun of Jake, the more we can acquire those.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him in a while. Saturday is going to be a great opportunity to harvest some tiers.
He will not be there.
It's going to be even worse when when he sees all the footage of us there.
Ooh.
Well, not.
Yeah, you'll have to go to his house and collect all the tiers. But yeah, no, for Tundra Tactical, not a whole lot new to announce yet. There is some stuff in the works that will be announced here in the future. But that is all for us.
Right on, right on. Yehuda, besides the books that you've talked about, what is going to be your next T-shirt idea that you're thinking about?
Oh God, I have a bunch actually. I have a license plate coming out. I'm actually doing a Jewish hero series of T-shirts. Some pretty badass people from like the Holocaust era who were partisans fighting back against the Germans, and a little more in your face shirts. So got a couple of those out. I have one that I'm absolutely dying to make. I just have my illustrator right now, working hard on my book. So the other one that I want to make, oh my God, it's probably be the best shirt I've had. So just working hard, and
Right
I've got a fantastic Father's Day shirt coming out.
Oh, right on. There we go. Yeah, Father's Day is coming up here pretty soon, as well as Mother's Day as well.
Yeah.
So, yep. I would say, Mil-Spec guy, what do you got coming up? But no one cares. So, no, go ahead. What anything that you'd like to talk about that you're working
sure.
on?
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in reading something that's not an explosive gun joke from me, you could check out my work on guns.com, Outdoor Revival. There's a bunch of other ones out there, but those are kind of my two. I'm pretty regular with those guys right now, I think.
Oh, actually, I just remembered something. I do have something coming up that I would like to announce.
You do.
This is actually something semi-legitimate.
Doubt it.
That I think both Yehuda and Mark will be interested in tuning, or not Yehuda, excuse me. Yehuda might be interested, but Eric and Mark will be interested in tuning into this specifically. So at the range that I work at, we recently hired a guy who is a former Green Beret. Pretty cool dude, and he works for a nonprofit around town here. They're actually a national nonprofit called Tundra Life. And they do a lot of work with veterans rehabilitating PTSD, doing like holistic therapy through camping, survival schools, and things like that. And not this coming Saturday, because that is the weekend of the Tundra fan meetup, but the following Saturday, I will be having him as well as a few other board members of Tundra Life on to talk about their program for veterans.
Right on. Well, there you go. There you go.
Dude, I'm offended that you would think that I would not be interested in something that helps veterans.
Well, I specifically said that because both Eric and
I got it.
we're Army dudes, and this guy's an Army guy as well. So
just giving you grief because it's
I
fun.
know. So that is a future Tundra Talk episode.
Right on. We'll be looking forward to seeing that, and definitely tune in. And there'll be an opportunity to donate for that organization as well.
More than likely, yes.
Right.
They're for them they have donations set up and available. I'll be focusing more on the content, what they provide. Matt, super cool guy. He's got some stories that'll blow your freaking minds. He knows a guy that was part of the second ODA into Afghanistan. Like
Oh, wow.
the dudes that were working with the Northern Alliance. We'll be talking all about that in addition to talking about Tundra Life.
For those of you that do not know what an ODA is, that is an operational attachment team A or alpha team, right? So ODA and then ODB is what you have. So just
these guys are legit.
Yeah, those are there's a very specific word that involves skull and something else that I don't want to say, but they're called that for a very specific reason. So all right, well, cool beans. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Wait, can we just say, like, I just want to tell you, I will absolutely miss you guys at the NRA show. I will not be going,
and neither will I.
I'm so bummed out.
Yep. That's actually where I was getting ready to go. I'll be there next week. I'm sorry that Yehuda, you're not going to be able to be there. I believe due to Passover. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all on Passover. So, as much as we all hate the NRA now, let's add anti-Semitism to their.
I dare
kidding.
you.
I'm kidding.
Dare you to drop a freaking meme on the Instagram directed straight at NRA. That would be hilarious.
On Monday next year.
As crazy as much fun as that would be, you have to know you got to draw the line. What's humor and what people will pick up on and run with. Unfortunately, there's enough people out there who, if I would post something like that, there's so much hatred being thrown at the NRA that you will have your yahoos in the firearms world jump on that, and it's just not necessary, So.
Izzy Long says, "Do it, do it, Yehuda." Anyway, speaking of the NRA annual meeting, if you guys are interested, if anyone's going to be there in the chat room or watching the rerun, I will actually be making a guest appearance, if you want to call that, with Facts and Firearms. 10 o'clock Saturday morning. If you guys are interested in swinging by, you're more than welcome to say, hey, get an autograph, I guess, a picture, something like that.
Wow, you are really on yourself.
I am. I mean, have you seen this face? I mean, everything's all cleared up, right?
Yeah,
like,
that nose is looking good.
Yeah, isn't it? Right? So there you have it.
How'd that fight turn out for you?
Yeah, you kiss my ass.
Hey, I think Yehuda wanted you to mention something promotionally about him. He was showing something earlier.
No, by all means, swing by and check out Yehuda's book. It is Safety On. You can find it on Amazon, correct, Yehuda?
Amazon or ThePewPewJew.com.
Yep, ThePewPewJew.com. So Drew wants to know, why am I so sweaty? I was watching Cops before I started this chat. Right? So and there you have it. This is oh my god. So Alana says, Mark's big celebrity at Tundra Tactical. F your 26,000 subscribers. Anyway, so we're, like I said, I've got a wiener looking at me that needs to go outside, and I need to get
I
going.
think you can get arrested for that.
Well, go play with your wiener.
Oh, see, look, come here, guy. Come here. See?
My wife.
Look at these eyes. Look at these eyes.
My wife is standing right there, and she looks at me. I'm like, he's talking about a dog, I swear.
Yeah, see, he's looking at me. He's like, hey, dude, I've been holding it for like 2 hours. Come on. Here we go.
I'm just waiting for him to bite the crap out of your face.
No, he's gonna lick me here in just a second.
Bite him.
Oh, okay. Coercion at its best.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna wrap things up. Oh, it's disgusting because he eats his own poop. So
great job.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for jumping in. Like I said, the Kickstarter link is down in the description below. So if you guys are interested in either contributing to the funds to pull this all together, or to reserve your copy, or any of that stuff, you can find it at the Kickstarter stuff. And we'll get regular updates. I mean, obviously, the Mail Spec guy, Tyler, Yehuda, all of you guys are close friends with my channel. I'm friends with your channels and all that stuff. So, there's a lot of cross-pollination, I guess, they talk about. So we're going to be talking about this book as it approaches print, right? I guess that's the right way to say it.
Oh,
yeah. So, and we'll do some more promotional stuff for you guys if you're interested. If you forget exactly where you can find it. So, with that being said, last words. You guys throw it out there real quick.
You're a jerk, and I love you.
No last words.
I have a micro dog next to me as well. Hi, Tessa. Yep.
Yehuda, I gotta leave it to you. Your last word.
Oh, why am I the voice of reason here?
Exactly.
No, yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys updated on the book, and as it's progressing, and once once it's out, it's going to be a lot of fun because there's nothing like it on the market, and everyone loves some good dad jokes. So it'll be definitely a fun, entertaining book for your coffee table.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That'd be, and it'd be probably a conversation starter at that as well. So,
why'd you waste your money on this?
So, Izzy, I will see you at the TGC panel. Hopefully, again this year, I can help out in any way necessary. I'll touch base with Mr. Patton himself to see if he needs some assistance. But with that being said, that's it this time. Thanks so much for staying with us for an hour and 25 minutes. See you guys later. Keep calm and carry. Bye, y'all.